Hey, what's up everybody? So I'm gonna throw together a really quick dinner for you guys tonight. I'm gonna show you how you can get dinner on the table in less than 20 minutes from being able to start using some just fresh ingredients you got around the house. No fuss, no mess, nothing particularly difficult, and you're ready to start your mark and now. All right, so I picked up some trout from the store. I'm gonna grab that out of the refrigerator here. I'm also gonna grab a little bit of butter. I think that's basically all I'm gonna need out of here. I've got some seasonings here. I've got some tomatoes. Pulled a couple of fancy squash and a zucchini off of my garden out here, and I got a lemon and an onion, and I think that'll get it done. So my seasoning that I'm going to use tonight for this trout is going to be, it's a seasoning that we get around here. It's called a Julio seasoning, but here's the real deal. It's salt, pepper, garlic, cumin, and paprika for a little bit of color in it. That's really all there is to it. Salt, pepper, garlic, or salt, pepper, garlic pepper, or garlic powder, cumin, and a little bit of paprika for color. So here's what we're gonna do. These things are super quick. Now I've got out back, I've got a flat top grill that I'm gonna put these on, but you can easily just do these for yourself in a pan just on the stove. I'm just gonna do it out here tonight because I could spread it out and do a couple of them real quick. So I've got, I think 6 fillets here. These are a trout fillet, just straight from my fishmonger's counter. And put these things out because all we're really wanting to do is kind of run your fingers down. Just make sure you don't have any bones or anything in there. If you do, you want to pick those out because nobody likes surprises. Okay, again, I'm gonna wash my hands real quick. All right, perfect. So now, all I'm gonna do, standard stuff, olive oil, regular cooking-based olive oil. We're gonna give them a good douse of oil on the flesh side, and give it a quick rub just to touch these up. And I'm going to grab, and we're going to pretty generously hit these guys with some of this seasoning. And again, total of the seasoning that we're going to use in this is probably no more than about maybe 3 tablespoons or so. You just want them to be evenly coated and everybody to taste good. All right, cool. We're going to take a little bit of a lemon. Throw these on a couple. Why not? Just to be different. Citrus is citrus, right? Got a couple beautiful little oranges here. Oranges are obviously a little thicker, so I don't need the whole orange. One for the dog. Be happy. All we're doing is just going to let this kind of bake on here a little bit like this. And take my tomatoes. I'm going to grab a couple of slices of onion. Look, this is real rocket science here, man. All we're doing is just putting a little bit of grill to a couple of these vegetables. All right? So it's not really anything fancy here. A little bit of olive oil. Rub them down. Remember my house seasoning, just salt and pepper, one part. Salt and pepper, just hit those with a little bit of that. It's honestly going to take me longer to put these couple of things on the board than it's going to take me to run outside and actually put these on the grill and cook them. It's that quick. Got these couple of zucchinis. Just going to rough chop these. Again, with zucchini, they don't take a whole lot to do. There's not a whole lot to them. We're just going to kind of cube these up a little bit. Same thing with the squash. Look, it doesn't have to be rocket science, you know? You just pull the stuff up and you make it happen. Cut these a little bit. I know y'all don't cook like this at home, right? I got people, I got these children are going to come down here in a little bit and they're going to be ready to eat me if I don't have some food for these people. So I got to do some stuff here. Again, we're just kind of keeping the flavors and everything consistent. Clean up a little bit. All right, let's go outside. All right, so here in my backyard, I've got this this griddle out here. It's one of these 36-inch flat top griddles. I don't know, everybody has one of these in their backyard. You probably should, but if you don't, you can use your skillet inside. This just makes real quick work for me to be able to throw this stuff down here. I feel kind of like one of those hibachi guys, you know, where I'm going to throw this stuff around and spin an egg, but it's going to make a mess everywhere. So let me show you how to do this real quick. Look, we got a nice medium hot grill. I'm going to throw some oil on here just to kind of get some stuff moving around a little bit. I'm going to take my spatula, just like the hibachi guys. Move this oil around. You can see it's already at the smoke point, which is all we want. So at this point, I'm just going to take these individual pieces of stuff and I'm going to start throwing it on. You know, when you go to the hibachi, what do? They start with the onions. They make the little choo-choo, right? All right, so God, they smell so good already. So we're going to take that. I'm going to take this fish and I'm going to lay them on here skin side down. Off. 3, 4, 5, 6. See how I do it on one? I'm going to take my vegetables. I'm going to park them back here in the back. Throw a little butter in the middle of that. Throw a little butter over here in the middle of this. I'm going to take these tomatoes. I'm just going to put them on here. I'm trying to escape. This butter that I'm putting on here is going to give just a little bit of steam and a little bit of flavor to the fish. Help it kind of brown a little bit. Put some back here with the vegetables. And look, it's really just like hibachi. It doesn't take any amount of time to do it. Look at that beautiful caramelized onions right there already. Now you see why I like doing this. I can play with my food. You can't have fun when you're cooking. What are you doing? You hear these tomatoes back here will kind of start to pop a little bit and sizzle. Now watch my fish. So you see here on the fish how it's starting to kind of get a little bit translucent over here on the sides. They don't take very long at all to be able to cook through on this hot griddle. So after you've cooked the things for about 4 or 5 minutes, I'm going to let it cook almost 80% through on this side. Then I'm just going to flip it over to get a little bit of color on the other side is all that we're trying to do. So again, you just want to kind of keep things moving a little bit. Keep everybody together. Everybody's doing good. That nice crispy bottom on there. It's got some color on it already. Here's what I'm going to do. This really pays to have one of these nice big spatulas like this. You get in here. Turn the fish over. All right, so these are going to take about 2 more minutes on this side. Start pulling these vegetables off because they're basically done. Look at these tomatoes. The skin's starting to pop on them just a little bit. Little drizzle of olive oil. Maybe a piece of that basil out of my garden out there to throw on these things. Oh my gosh. Heaven. Grab these here. Just pull them off. Don't sleep on these oranges and lemons that are on here. The flavor off of these things is amazing. You want to use that to squeeze those onto this fish when you get done. So you ready for this? Look at that. Perfectly done. Flaky. All the way through, cooked all the way through. Move these guys out of the way. Perfectly seasoned. Perfectly cooked all the way through. You see, I'm not winning any awards for presentation on this tonight, but I'm going to get a lot of smiles for it being good. Turn these guys off. Let's head on back into the kitchen and plate these things up. All right, so we're back in the kitchen now. I've got everything back in here. I stopped by the garden real quick and I picked up a little bit of fresh basil and I picked up some fresh cilantro as well, just off of there. So let's talk about this, how we plate this up real quick. So I'm gonna take, first of all, I'm gonna take a couple of these beautiful tomatoes and I'm just gonna put a few of those right on the side. I'm gonna take some of this basil that I have. I'm gonna tear it this time, because when you tear it, the oils from the basil will kind of come off and they'll hit you in the hand. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. So now I'm going to take a piece of this fish. Put that right there. Some of these grilled vegetables. We're going to go in with those. Again, don't sleep on these oranges. There. Set that right there on the side. As always, I'm going to drizzle a little bit of oil. And don't forget your best friend, that Florida Cell. We're finishing salt right on the top of everything. That's it, boys and girls. There's your dinner. about 15 minutes. Y'all enjoy. Yeah, it was terrible. Absolutely terrible.